Hello lords and ladies, it's me, Private Yorkie, back from the front. It's crazy out there. Now, see about getting crazy in here, shall we? As we go to a Kinea playthrough at Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. It's killing time, because the Huntress is going to become an assassin. Don't know if that's going to work well, we'll see. Anyway, let's go. It's going to be time, I think, to head over to the main square and do some work over there. What do we have here? Take out the ones that we've used. Gwern family secrets, yep. Spies in our, so that's got a Gwern manor. Del Estrad Tower. Secret Ensigns Grey Garrison. Allies for Grey Garrison. We've got the Knights of Flaming Lance already. Find and kill Kael'Essa. Attacked by the demons whenever it comes. Find Sealer's Venjana. Oh, I didn't talk to Waldif yet. Alright. I thought I had. Do not save it having done so. I know I did.
Psst, look, Chief, I got something to show you.
I'm just going to step through. Basically, he kept the...
Although, of course, I sense that night.
He kept the amulet.
Really not remember?
Not that we ever get to see it, I don't think, but...
But she couldn't wait. I've been going to file. This isn't just some shiny trinket. Allies, whatever you think. So...
What do you want to ask me? Yep, he's asking about us. And we're just getting rid of these now. That's fine. Now, we're at... we need 1,253 left. Well, we don't need them left. That's what we have left to get. The next level. Right, over to Market Square. Not Main Square, Market Square. Same difference, it is a Main Square.
Yet another obstacle.
Take them down. Let's have an adventure down here.
No, they did.
Into the fray! I'll cut you wide open! Die! Let's hear you crawl!
Then he's running. Oh, come back. Oh, okay, stop in there. There we are. Let's go over here then. Nothing that way. Nothing this way. What about over here?
Do not fear.
Cover me, all right?
Waver.
Taking him down quick.
It's all your fault.
Taking Multiff down quick though as well.
Tashani Sabitu.
Alright, we've got these on now. Running up north, or wherever it is, I'm not sure on directions right now. Well, that was a big fight. Not a very hard one, but a big one.
Well,
You got some healing, so put it on Multiff.
Magritium Turinos. Magritium Turinos.
head on.
Might be trap, might be treasure.
Got something there. Oh, who's this? Kaelessa, we found her. The elf hunched up next to you is clutching a small but deep puncture wound. Her appearance is quite remarkable. Her skin is blacker than any Gurundi's, her teeth are fanged and her hair is as grey as the crone's. Her crimson eyes glare with a gleam of malice. What are you looking at, soldier? Like what you see? Failed. The elf may have fallen victim to some wicked magic, a curse maybe, or did a long service of force of darkness twist her appearance. You look suspicious. Well, we've got to kill her, it's Kaelessa, so let's do so. She tries to block the attack with a bow, but the sturdy wood snaps with a resounding crack. Your strike finds its mark and she falls like a bird shot out of the sky. Blood bubbles from her mouth, and the last of her strength she falls out of the way. Soldier, take the don't let them forget my story and the dark fate. Her hand reaches under a cloak and emerges once more, but instead of a dagger she's clutching some crumpled papers. Oh, Kaelessa's message. I guess we should see what that is, shouldn't we?
I lead, you follow.
Now, we're probably going to gather up from bodies. As I say, we don't really care about what's on the bodies. We're going to be throwing most of it down again. But it means we can look at the map and see what's what. Got something there. Got something there. Got something there. We should probably look at Kaelessa's message actually. Whoever is reading this know that my name was Kaelessa and I was an elf until my last day. When I lived in Keonin, our blessed land, I witnessed a great number of injustices and crimes committed against conscience. Even we elves are not absolutely pure, and to the best of my abilities I fought against these wrongs, bringing justice to those that had evaded the law. While I was not alone, we were few and remained in secret, and we called ourselves the Sunset Wasps. We revered Callistria, not usually an evil goddess, and in her name we exacted vengeance upon those who had lost all shame. But we had been deceived. We were pawns of a vicious priestess of Discari by the name of Animora. He manipulated us, lied to us, hiding under the guise of the oldest and wisest of us. At her behest we spilled the blood of innocent and not guilty. When their transgressions were discovered, we became pariahs, monsters in the eyes of our people. Animora revealed the truth, her true identity, and offered us patronage. All save me agreed, and I am ashamed of their choice, but what brings me even greater shame is that when my former comrades approached me, I could not find the strength to draw my own dagger and take my own. I assume that's like, whoops. Didn't mean to do that. Let's get back to it. Not drop info, you fool. Take my own life. I wish I had. I was taken captive and brought to the World Wood. There, our new mistress taught us the ways of evil and darkness. We studied sin, and I learned alongside the others. At first, I was controlled by means of magic, but then, when you are forced to torture prisoner after prisoner, when you lose count of their seemingly endless number, something snaps inside you and you cease struggling. And that was the moment of truth. Read carefully, for this revelation is the reason for my writing these words. I fell into the embrace of the dark fate. A mysterious curse hangs over our elvenkind. Whenever one of us sinks to a certain depth of evil, they turn into a drow. We were lied to. The Dark Elves are not a degenerate, flawed branch of our people. They are not a parody envisioned by the Dark Gods. They are us, and their sins are ours. We cannot renounce our responsibility for them, because every elf, every single one, has the potential to become a drow. I expect this truth will be dangerous. Among elves there are many who are powerful and influential, but I fear that they will seek to bury this revelation and destroy all who know it. But I believe the truth is greater than game. I always have. Farewell. Believe in the truth. Alright, so what else do we have around here? We got something down there. The chest.
Done.
Then we got something over here. Not seeing anything though. Ah, body there. We got something up here. There, little bag. And we got something over here. I'm guessing this might be bodies. Let's zoom in, shall we? Let's F1, zoom in. There, it is body. There it is, there's a loot chest there, or loot barrel. And then we got whatever's down here.
We'll make this quick. She won't feel a thing.
What do you mean?
I don't know. Can we really do this?
Listen, we don't have a choice. There are demons everywhere. What else would you have us do?
A group of knights surrounds a young elven girl. She's dressed in rags that barely cover the hideous scars on her body. The beggar girl is on her knees, watching placidly as people argue heatedly around her. It's as if she doesn't sense the looming threat at all. A black crow flies in agitated circles over her head.
In Iomede's name, we're sorry, girl, but it is our duty. We have to do this, not for our own sake, but for the sake of everyone who can still be saved from the demons. If we don't win this battle, you won't have long to live anyway.
The knight brings his sword up above the girl's head.
They're insane! We've got to do something!
Seela looks at it with terror in her eyes.
I understand. You're scared. You feel powerless. You think this will help. You don't have to justify yourselves to me. Just do what you've decided to do.
The girl smiles serenely as though she isn't at risk of imminent death. Yeah, what's going on here? The knight's hands are shaking.
Our weapons barely scratch the demon's hides. We're sacrificing this girl to Iomade so we can consecrate our weapons with her innocent blood and gain the power to destroy the spawn of the abyss.
It's extreme, but we have no other choice. We have to defend this city somehow, or else we'll all perish, including her.
That's ridiculous. The teaching remedy directly prohibits the killing of innocents. The goddess will curse you for making so-called sacrifice.
How do you know what the goddess wants or doesn't want? Who are you, her herald?
I am Iomade's paladin. If I lie, may the goddess strike me down. What you intend to do is a repugnant crime and heinous blasphemy.
Seal raises a sacred symbol over her head.
Exactly. What were you thinking? The goddess would never allow this.
Whose idea was this anyway? I think it was yours.
The knight looks at his comrades in suspicion.
My idea? I was against the whole thing right from the start. Who said we needed to make a sacrifice? Wasn't it you? You can't blame anyone else for that.
Please don't fight. All of you are good people, defenders of the city. You just made a mistake. Please don't hurt them.
The girl turns to you.
The little girl is defending the people who wanted to slaughter her a minute ago. She's either a saint or she's insane. Maybe the two together.
Yeah, probably goes together well, those two.
Hey, I know her. I see her all the time on the street. She's a couple of cards short of a full deck, if you know what I mean.
Hi. Remember when we used to play together when we were little? But then you went and got all big. And I stayed the same for some reason.
The girl waves at Waldiff with a bright smile.
Huh? I played with you? Pull the other one.
You did. We played tag and hide and seek. Then you and the bigger boys came up with the game where you all threw stones at me. You laughed so hard, it made me happy too. But then you grew up and went away to do grown-up things. Wanna play with me now?
You're a bit of a masochist, aren't you? You need to get down, Tiki. I'm sorry, but my hands aren't feeling good today.
For the love of... Kenabres is too damn small.
The tiefling turns away, covering his reddened face with his hands. Go to Defender's Heart, that's where the survivors are gathering. And don't even think of doing anything so disgusting ever again.
Thank you.
The knights hurry away before you can change your mind.
They're gone. And they all lived. I was sure that someone would die today. So many people have died here already. But we are still alive for some reason. Strange, isn't it?
The elf girl smiles at you, a crow lights on her shoulder and looks at you with eyes that are much too intelligent for an ordinary bird.
But you shouldn't listen to me. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just a silly girl, really.
The girl shrugs and smiles serenely. Who are you?
Call me Ember. I live here, on the streets, for many years now. But there's nothing to say about me.
I don't think you're an ordinary girl, and that crow you have there, it's not ordinary either.
No, don't be silly. I'm very ordinary. Well, I know different types of tricks, but Soot taught me those.
The elf girl strokes a crow's beak. Its eyes narrow in satisfaction and it makes a cooing sound.
Now Soot here, she truly is unusual. She's clever and she can talk, but only to me. She teaches me magic tricks and lots of other stuff. I don't know what I'd do without her.
Magic tricks, you say? You could prove useful when fighting the demons, and I'll be able to protect you from insane soldiers on the streets. Come with me.
I must have misheard. This girl? Join our party? What could we possibly want with this dirty little beggar?
Sure, let's go.
The girl gives you a smile, joyous and untroubled like a child's. She's actually going back to the main base, so that's fine. You're keeping Nino as our magic person. Into the house. We got rats.
Switching must be a sign.
Got it.
That's that done. Got some loot.
Done.
We got some loot there. Move this aside. More loot. And then just this thing.
A success worthy of praise.
Oh! Clever mortals, I can't reach you from inside the circle. Oh, but you forgot something. There's nothing keeping me in here. Nothing at all. Oh. Well, that's probably not very good. Oh dear.
Move out.
Maybe we should have gone for the other hand, huh? Oh dear.
No reason to pause.
I mean to do that. Why don't you lay hands on her? And again. Wasn't very good, was it? That's okay though. Let's leave. And then we're going over this way, I guess. I got all kinds of bugs and stuff.
You see that?
There we are. Now, let's have a look. No magic weapons. But we've got Crypt Raider's armor. You're all plus 17, which that would be okay, but you can't actually use it. You can't use it. You can't use it. You can use it, but you're plus 4 already, and you're going to be plus 5. You can use it, but you're plus 7. That's only plus 6. I can use it, but I'm plus 5, and that only lets me have plus 3, so it's not worth it. Then we've got leather armor plus 2. Or height armor plus 1. Height armor plus 1 is 5 and that's 4. At least for now you can use that. That's light leather. That's I'm using 1 plus 2 on armor checks. This is This is 4 armor class. Alright, that's good. My beloved brother, I admire your zeal, of course, but I would not agree to the... but would you not agree this is hardly time to be standing a guard over a hole that no one will ever emerge from? Or perhaps you're concerned that someone will decide to go for a nighttime stroll and will accidentally fall in it. Such foresight is laudable, but do you really need so many soldiers for such a task? Can't your warriors be put to better use, for instance fighting demons or clearing rubble while people are trapped beneath might still be alive? The face of this golden curled Asimir is beautiful even by standards of his kind, in whose veins run the blood of angels. His melodious voice sounds cheerful, but bitter reproach simmers in his gaze. The old grey-haired fellow seems very familiar. He isn't the leader of the local inquisitors by any chance. Be careful with him, girl. Those people place no value on science, and they believe in ignoring high-level scientific questions to be the best response strategy. Incidentally, did you know that the fastest way to draw the attention of Kenabres inquisitors is heartily bellowed, "Hail Baphomet!" After that, you'll have precisely 3 seconds to explain yourself, so it's best to prepare yourself for what you have to say in advance. You didn't just do that, did you, Nino? Don't you dare oh, thankfully, Dorsey just explained it. Don't you dare call me brother, heretic. The signs of recent hard fighting are obvious in this stern old man. His armour is dented and covered in blood. And his unnatural power suggests something more dangerous than wounds inflicted by fangs and claws. Nevertheless, his gaze is stony, and his voice, accustomed to barking orders, is harsh and clipped. How dare you accuse me of doing nothing to protect the city, especially when followers of your temple were caught committing treason? To my mind, you are no different than the demon worshippers, those miscreants, those beasts that are digging under the city walls. Everyone knows, my dearest prelate, that in your zealous pursuit of the order in the city, you have long since forgotten how to tell friend from foe, and good from evil. That's what happens when that's what happened with my adepts, whose act of treason was a genuine attempt to save the city. And yet again, I am forced to repeat myself. While we are wasting time on pointless quarrels, people are dying under the rubble of the city. People whom we could have saved if you had only set your soldiers to task, and not kept them here surrounding a useless and utterly harmless hole in the ground. Harmless? Well, if it's on your say-so, then there must mean there's something down there. Your associates, no doubt, and they're just waiting for us to abandon our post before they slink out to try again. To the old man notices your approach. And you, I remember you. You appeared in my city the day the demons attacked and Delendalev died. What are you doing here? Answer at once, or I'll have you strung up by your ankles, but you know it. Don't think that the demons have wounded me. I still have enough strength to take on 100 of your sort. What's this hideous creature? Holden peers at Lan with suspicion. Lan at your service, Mongrel ducks his head in a bow. My forebears fought in the First Crusade. I've lived in Kenabres my whole life. You haven't seen me before. It must be because you don't ever venture into our underground district. We have been meaning to complain to the city authorities that our paving stones have been in need of repair for a long time. First Crusade, so you're a mongrel. You obviously know human speech. Surprisingly well, in fact. Alright, let's be off with you. Prelate looks at you. If you cause any trouble, I shall hold you responsible. Come think fit. You say you haven't told me who you are. I'm a crusader. I'm still fighting to liberate Kenabres from the demons. A crusade, you say? I'll be the judge and I'll be looking into that. You obviously know to whom you are speaking. I'm the one who decides a crusader and a traitor in the city. Holden Shapok, Prelate of Kenabres, by Her Grace of Her Majesty. And the city's defender against threats from within and without. And as we can see, we've done a just sterling job protecting the city. The golden curled Asimir flashes a flinty smile. I'm Ramian of Edme, prior to the Temple of Desna, which, alas, currently lies in ruins. Wise Hullrun here believes it is vital to guard the hole in the ground, from which he is certain demons will emerge at any moment. We've been trying to convince him that the city has far more important matters to deal with. For instance, rescuing those currently dying under the rubble. You know what? This may, in fact, be one matter that is more important than guarding this hole. I put it up for, and look where it's led us. I should have had you hung from the gates, back when you dared defend your gang of delinquents, demon collaborators. If Sarkorians had hanged the real of Warlesh, while there was still chance, never would have been a war. I won't repeat your mistake. I won't hesitate any longer, soldier Caesar scum. Well, see reason, these are frightening times, but threatening to hang someone without trial, that is unworthy of a servant of Yomede. The old man fixed his gaze on Sealer. Lest you forget, girl, we may save the Serm Goddess, but you are not an inquisitor. Don't question the way I choose to serve Yomede, and I won't question yours. Behold, Inquisitor, I bear the gift of an angel who died in the cave below Kenabres. I am no enemy of yours. We're not going angel path, but we'll use it for now. The old man frowns and whispers something, a prayer or a spell. With each word his face relaxes. You are telling the truth. The light in your hand was wrought by the power of heaven. I will keep an open mind with regard to you, stranger. And later, under less fractious circumstance, I would like to ask about you, how you came to receive this gift. But that can wait. Now I must deal with this filth once and for all. Don't lay a finger on him or he'll answer to me. Yasemir holds up his hands in a placating gesture. Stop. You're a defence of what remains of Kenabres. Can't you think of something better to do than be at each other's throats in the ruins of a city? Remian looks at the prelate. You're a fool, Holron. You're a zealot and a murderer. But you're a fool first and foremost. I told you that the wardstone was weakened. You wouldn't listen. I warned you that the city was going to be attacked. You shooed me away. The truth is that my young adepts were trying to save the wardstone and you stopped them. Of course, those truly responsible for this tragedy are the demons. But you have done nothing to prevent it, and now you would rather kill an innocent person and perish yourself than admit that you were wrong. As always, with the wave of his wand, the Yasemir vanishes. He fled, the heretic, and no doubt expected me to rush off in pursuit. That won't work on me, Holron turns attention to you. What about you? You truly have been marked for the gift of heaven. This is your chance to save the city. Go and bring back that filthy traitor. I am most certain that he and his cronies were helping the demons, either knowingly or unknowingly. The attempt to bewitch the wardstone is clear proof. They must be captured. I see you suffer greatly in battle. Nonsense. I had to deal with a brood of Nabasus. There's nothing. I've taken on worse enemies and the goddess help. Succeed at knowledge arcana. Nabasus, also known as death demons, have the ability to drain their victim's life force. Judging by Holron's pallor, he has lost a significant amount of his energy. The Inquisitor can bluster as much as he wants, but right now he's far from the peak of his abilities. Why are you obsessed with finding enemies everywhere you look? Why? You must not be from these parts, or you wouldn't have asked me such a question. I look for enemies everywhere because our enemies are everywhere. Who are we at war with? Demons. Demons and cultists. They are the masters of deception. They worm their way into the favour and masquerade in all manner of false guises. Do you think Dresden was taken by force? No, by trickery. Were it not for me, Kenabres would have gone the same way long ago, captured out from under our noses. Now listen to what I'm going to tell you. This was a long time ago. I was also very young then, and I had just joined the crusade. Back then, Kenabres didn't have a garrison so much as a public thoroughfare. Anyone who wanted could just stroll into the city. One day at dawn, a group of refugees came by the city gates, bold as brass. The guards let them in, and why not? For no one was ever turned away. It was no matter. Everyone was welcome in the city. Came here from Mendeb, or if you'd hauled yourself here from across the seas. The crusade accepted all sundry. But on this occasion we paid dearly for our laxity. Just as soon as those innocent lambs entered the city, they transformed into demons and rushed towards Wardstone, slaughtering everyone who stood in their way. 62 people died in less than a minute. The demons used their mutilated corpses to desecrate the obelisk. None of them dared go near it. The light of the goddess burned them all. So they threw blood from afar, spattering the wardstone from every direction, and the lead demon, an eyeless beast, Minaga was her name, jeered and gloated, saying we mortals had been sitting ducks. And the creature was right too. We let our guard down, and we got what we deserved. The bloodbath came to be known as the Red Morning Massacre, and it was burned into the townsfolk memory. Since then, Kenabres has adopted different practices. Heretics, cultists, spies, all rabble who coveted Erilo's glory. We drove them all out of the city. We haven't had any trouble here since. Many have come here, even the great Baelor Karamzadeh, but they have all been sent straight back where they came from. Or else they were killed for their trouble. You see, Descari himself had to crawl out of the abyss and come here. The goddess cursed him in order to break through our defences. And what did he do? He left again, and we're still fighting. Now this is what vigilance and discipline can do. Remian really warned you about the attack. Those crazed Desnans are always bursting into my study with their incoherent prophecies that came to them in dreams. I won't lie, sometimes what they said did come to pass, but we can hardly rely on the woolly dreams of heretics over the cold hard facts of intelligence reports. Plenty of demons could easily have fooled them and whispered a treasonous plan in their dreams, and those lunatics would have been only too happy to listen. This time Mr. Curls for Brains came to me and declared that the demons were about to attack the city and that the Wardstone's power was diminished by some kind of contamination or taint. Iomedae forgive me for even repeating the words. After uttering such blasphemy, he should have been locked up, along with his followers, and interrogated. But instead, I simply increased the surveillance on them. And what next? My people caught them red-handed, trying to attack the Wardstone with unknown magic. And not 3 days later, the demons attacked the city. There's an obvious connection between these events, where the deliberately under demonic influence Desmond played right into the hands of Discari's hordes, and they also left the city completely defenceless. Ramian covered for his people the whole time and helped them escape my guards. After that, what else can be said but a traitor? Yet there's nothing dangerous in Hold. You have no reason to guard it. You told me yourself that you received a light-bringing gift from an angel who perished in the caves below our feet. It is no secret these passing are seemingly dangerous creatures that could kill anyone, yet there's a lot less of them now. Even a warrior of heaven. Demons and demonic offspring love roaming about underground. Yeah, we killed them all. That's why I will be keeping an eye on the hole. If the beasts decide to attack from here, we'll be ready for them. Where can I find Ramian? How should I know? The weasel can't have gone far. He turned invisible. He's probably hunkered down in some hole, like a treacherous little rat he is. And he'll be sitting, trembling, and waiting till he's dragged out of here. With a prelate after you, that seems the only sensible thing to do. It's what I'd do. I'm sure there's lots of things sensible to you. And it works too. As you can see, I'm still alive. I have to go. Go on then, if you have to. It'd be good if you could return with the head of that scum. Now that's not actually where I want to be. I think I want to be over here. Because there's someone over this way want to meet.
Retreat already?
Oops, what did we run into?
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Alright, well.
Run them through!
Your performance is lacking. You lack it.
Alright, well we got all that. Didn't exactly mean to go there. But anyway, never mind. What do we have around here? Nothing there that we need to worry about right now. I think we're heavy, yes. We'll drop those. Hang on.
Forget it.
I
Well,
require
this didn't
rest.
go well. Did we step on their toes as well?
The light take you!
Alright, well we've got to cross there.
Just die already. It's all your fault.
Oh, Kinya's exhausted. Well, we're almost at the next level. This is the part where we want to just get in and do this bit. And then we'll end for today. Double dum the actor. Even the huge pile of junk isn't enough to block out the exclamations coming from beneath it. Reveal, oh dearest darling beauty of mine, why didst thou turn thy gaze upon on me, pray tell? The husband I called friend of time, but love 'tis like an ocean, friendship a well. But Willis, how are we to live, my sweet? Booms a deep masculine voice. In response, from beneath the same pile, indistinct rustling follows. Pass me the ale, will you? Let's get him out of there. The pile shifts easily, revealing an entrance to some kind of cellar. There is an interesting looking chest among the items. Look, the door is open and now we are completely at the mercy of whatever is up there, if it really is a demon. We have nothing to fear, we have the power of inspiration after all. That's not a big power. But, yeah, hand me up my ladle and that rolling pin.
Ask nicely.
Now look, it's not a demon at all. Greetings, kind friend and rescuer. I am Grandma Gratlin, theatre director, and these are the members of my company. Granny, that's not a ladle, that's one of the props from a Malevolent Leash performance. The one Tiana made, it's a scepter or something. She made it out of my ladle. She wanted to use a broom handle, but I put paid to that daft idea, says the dwarf with dignity. What are you doing down there? We're rehearsing. Our art distracts us from our fear and panic. The dwarf waved her ladle emphatically, doing a fair impression of a conductor. Really? When I'm scared, I eat. We tried that too, but our supplies ran out. But art is eternal. Can you get somewhere safe? Oh, don't worry on our account. We'll be going to our basement in the next street. That's where Lambkin is. We're not afraid of demons with Lambkin around. Lambkin? Lambkin, says the dwarf readily. Our male lead. He'll protect us. Don't worry. We know what we're doing. Alright, I have to go. Thank you again for rescuing us. Today you did a great service for Mendevian culture, and perhaps the culture of all of Galarian. You will certainly be remembered as in future eras as the one who saved the critically and publicly acclaimed Next Door Theatre. Alright, and that's where we're going to end it for today. We've met a girl, an innocent girl, we've met inquisitors, we've met crazy artistic folk. What a different people here, isn't there? Right, well, I've been Private Yorkie, heading back to the front. It's crazy out there. Crazy in here too. The chow has been annoying at times, you've been wonderful, and this has been Pathfinder, Wrath of the Righteous, Killing Time Blow. Run.